Earth. As far as we know, this planet is our only home in the universe. But why? What makes our planet so special? The answer lies in the deep history of the Earth. To find the answer, we have to go way back. We must look at the first steps of mankind on Earth, see the collision of the continents, face the killer dinosaurs, go to the depths of the ocean full of strange species, feel the extreme cold of the ice ages, and to have a first-hand experience of the rage of meteor attacks. We have to go back until we get to the point of Earth's creation. Only then we can understand the amazing story of our planet and find out why all this, and we are all here. We will tell you the story of the Earth. An exciting journey awaits you. Our journey begins almost a billion years ago. No trace of our blue planet is seen. We go back to a time before Earth. There is only one star, the Sun, with a lot of dust around it. If we go further, we can see the formation of smaller rocks as the result of the effect of gravitational forces on the dust. It seems very far from the mind that something as complex as a planet is only made of dust and rocks. Due to the force of gravity for millions of years, these rocks came together to form the Earth. But 4.5 billion years ago, our planet looked more like hell than home. The temperature of the planet is more than 200 degrees Celsius. There is no air. The only available elements are carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor. The atmosphere is so hot and toxic that if we get closer, we will suffocate and turn to ashes in a few seconds. This newborn planet is a ball boiling of liquid rock. There is no solid surface on the planet, and only an endless ocean of lava is visible. A young planet called Theia is moving straight towards Earth, about the size of Mars and at a speed of 15 kilometers per second, which is 20 times faster than the speed of a bullet. Eventually, it hits Earth. Both planets appear to have liquefied, and according to the latest scientists, it transports large amounts of water to Earth, sending trillions of tons of debris into space. But over 1,000 years of gravity, it turns the rocks into a ring of dust around the Earth, which expands to more than kilometers of dust and rocks. And now, we are witnessing the birth of the Moon. At first, the Moon was much closer to Earth, and instead of 400,000 kilometers, it was only 22,000 kilometers away from the Earth. The Sun rises over the cooling Earth and setting only 3 hours later. The speed of the Earth has increased so much due to the collision that a whole day ends in 6 hours. Although the days pass very quickly, but the changes in the Earth are very slow. To understand how our planet is changing, we have to go millions of years forward. Meteor showers. We are now under attack from the remnants of the formation of the solar system. Take a look at these strange crystals inside the meteorites. They look like salt. It is the same salt that you sprinkle on your food. There are also small drops of water inside. These deadly rockets appear to carry the key element of life on Earth. These rains continued for 20 million years, and they carried water and various elements with them to the Earth. The Earth's core remains molten, but its surface temperature has reached to 70 or 80 degrees, which is enough to form a crust. Water collects on solid ground. Later on, we will use the same water as a drinking water. Every glass of water we drink, or the tea we drink, every pond, every pit, and every drop of water in the ocean water is billions of years old, and possibly traveled millions of miles inside a meteorite to reach us. Earth now has a more familiar face, but it is still a dangerous planet. 700 millions of years after the creation of the planet Earth. Over millions of years, the moon moves farther away from the Earth, and the speed of the Earth's rotation slowly decreases. The Earth is slowly becoming like what we know, but the Earth's atmosphere is still toxic and the temperature is too high. No creature can live in these conditions. Again, meteorites. This time, from the depths of the space to the ocean floor. They brought other substances such as carbon and amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins and biomolecules. A city of underwater chimneys. The water descends through the cracks of the Earth's crust, heating up and carrying minerals and gases with it. This powerful compound returns to the ocean at high pressure, creating these chimneys. The substances that came out of the chimneys and their combination with the substances that a meteorite transported to the seas turned the water into a chemical soup. Although we do not yet know how and when this happened, but it is possible that a combination of these substances gave the power of starting life on Earth. And water is now full of microscopic organisms. These single cells are the first living things on Earth, the ancestors of all living things on Earth. We still have to go further to find more advanced creatures. Each of these are a population of living bacteria, colonies called stromatolites. In a way, they convert sunlight into food. This process is called photosynthesis. It uses the sun's energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose, a simple form of sugar, similar to what we use to sweeten our tea with. But this strange conversion also releases a byproduct, a gas called oxygen. Oxygen levels will rise over the next 2 billion years, and as the planet slows, days will get longer. Now, one day is at least 16 hours, 3 billion years after the birth of the Earth. There is still no complex life, no beautiful flowers, no faithful dogs, and no human beings. The Earth's core activity displaces rocky surfaces beneath the crust. Over millions of years, these displacements create a large supercontinent called Rodinia. 750 million years ago. The subcontinent is being split by plate tectonics. As a result of these geological activities, many volcanoes are emerging, releasing carbon dioxide into the air and carbon dioxide mixing with water to form acid rain. Rocks absorb carbon dioxide. The presence of carbon dioxide keeps the planet warm, but the amount of carbon dioxide is now reduced, and the Earth is cooling. In a few thousand years, the air temperature drops to about minus 50 degrees. 650 million years ago, Snowball era began. This period was the longest and coldest ice age in all of Earth's history. Sunlight is reflected more from the Earth, and the cold intensifies, creating a wall of ice at least 3 kilometers high across the planet. Now, nothing seems to save our planet, not even the sun. 15 million years of the Earth floating in space like a piece of ice. Something must free the Earth from this icy prison. Volcanoes rise, scattering billions of tons of dioxide in the air, and after 15 years, the ice begins to melt. Now, the Earth is getting warmer. 540 million years ago. We are entering one of the most dynamic periods in Earth's history, the Cambrian explosion. Plants have evolved, creatures have evolved. The back dagger is one of the first complex multicellular creatures to live in the seas. Increased oxygen makes it possible for living things to grow and form bone structures. Worms, sponges, and trilobites, distant relatives of insects. Life in the ocean is flourishing, but there is still a long way to go. You are watching one of the most exciting events on Earth. 375 million years ago, Tiktaalik fish enters land from water and evolves over 15 million years. All vertebrates, including dinosaurs, birds, and mammals, are the result of Tiktaalik evolution that chose land for living. We move forward in time. Many organisms evolved, and about 251 million years ago, the largest extinction of Earth occurred. Permian extinction. Between 90 and 96% of all living species on Earth became extinct. Pangea continent is formed 50 million years later. Now this world is able to grow new species. Dinosaurs. These creatures are the result of the evolution of a limited number of reptiles which survived the extinction of the Permian. 190 million years ago, the Pangea subcontinent split. A large chunk of land broke off and an ocean called Theia formed. The region will later become the Middle East. Water with minerals will float into the waters of modern-day Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Iran. The presence of these minerals attracts millions of fishes. Generation after generations of creatures live in this area and died. Their bodies will slowly sink into the bottom of the ocean, and after millions of years, layers of rock would cover them, heated them, and eventually the ancient creatures turned to oil. Every liter of fuel for our cars, every plastic we use, or the plastic of our cell phones, or the paint on our walls, and even the soap we use to wash ourselves are all made of almost these ancient creatures. 180 million years ago, North America was moving away from Europe and Asia. It goes slowly, about 2.5 centimeters a year. That is, at the same rate of growth of our nails. 65 million years ago, an asteroid 10 kilometers in diameter with dimensions larger than Mount Everest at a speed of 70,000 kilometers per hour is heading straight to the Gulf of Mexico. The energy released from this collision is equivalent to several million nuclear bombs. Destruction begins. Earth's temperature reaches 275 degrees. Even months after the collision, smoke and ash block the path of the sun's rays. As sunlight decreases and the earth becomes warmer, plants die, and so do the animals that feed on them. The dinosaurs became extinct. But the extinction of dinosaurs gave rise to another species, mammals. They survived the heat and fire by living underground, and by their habit of eating everything, they ensured their survival. 47 million years ago, a living mammal named Ida that had larger brain and eyes. It bears no resemblance to us humans, but fossils discovered in our time show that these creatures evolved into apes and finally to humans. 4 million years ago, the Earth is now the way we know it, but there is still something missing: us, humans. Humans evolved over millions of years and spread throughout the Earth. The Ice Age begins 40,000 years ago. One of the most difficult times for us humans. Ice sheets about 2.5 kilometers high were created in the northern hemisphere. An ice bridge forms between Siberia and Alaska, a bridge from Asia to America. The gates that will take humans to a new world. The ice gradually melted and moved to north and south. After a journey of 4.5 billion years, we are now reached our destination, home. Now, we can understand how everything we see around us got here. But the story of the Earth is not over yet. Our planet will live for at least another 4.5 billion years. Imagine what wonders, horrors, and other strange creatures will face our restless and creative planet. But we humans are moving very fast towards the next great extinction, the extinction that we ourselves are causing it. To save ourselves, other creatures, and our beautiful, vulnerable land, there is still a chance. We need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions so that the temperature of the planet does not exceed this. Otherwise, our story ends right here.